We have new details this morning on the murder case against jailed NFL star Aaron Hernandez. NBC's Stephanie Gosk has the latest on this story. Steph, good morning to you.
Good morning, Savannah. Well, more than 150 pages of court documents are shedding light on how investigators closed in on Hernandez as their prime suspect. Aaron Hernandez still sits in a Massachusetts jail without bail after pleading not guilty to murdering Odin Lloyd. But the investigation has spread well beyond Massachusetts. A search warrant filed in Florida describes how Carlos Ortiz, one of the men believed to be with Hernandez the night of the murder, is closely cooperating with investigators. The warrant, obtained by NBC News, was filed for a home belonging to the mother of the other man alleged to be there that night, Ernest Wallace.
He's been charged with accessory after the fact.
Wallace flew to Florida after the murder and eventually turned himself in, pleading not guilty to an accessory to murder charge. In the warrant, investigators say Ortiz told them Hernandez and Lloyd argued in the car just minutes before the shooting. But according to Ortiz, they made up by shaking hands. When they pulled into an industrial park just a mile from Hernandez's home, Ortiz told police everyone but himself got out of the car. Mr. Ortiz explained that he then heard gunshots, and Mr. Hernandez and Mr. Wallace got back into the vehicle without Mr. Lloyd. According to the document, Ortiz was unable to determine who had fired the gunshots because of the darkness. The next day, Ortiz says Mr. Wallace told him that Mr. Hernandez admitted to shooting Mr. Lloyd.
Ortiz gave the government their case. He created the building blocks of this case. He is the one that set all of these search warrants into motion.
All this as a Massachusetts court releases previously sealed search warrants for Hernandez's house, giving a detailed look at the early days of the investigation. According to the documents, the player told police parked outside his house that he had seen Lloyd up his way yesterday, but then became argumentative and asked, "What's with all these questions?" After Hernandez gave officers his lawyer's business card, he slammed the door and relocked it behind him. In the warrant, an investigator notes Mr. Hernandez's demeanor did not indicate any concern for the death of the person. Hernandez is due back in court in a few weeks. His attorneys have not commented, citing a gag order in the case. Ortiz is being held without bail after pleading not guilty to a weapons charge. His lawyer had not returned a message seeking comment.
All right, Stephanie, thank you very much. There are some new overnight developments.